Hey, Tom Rabbit! I hope you got this for your recording. Hey, YouTube out there. Tom Rabbit likes to record these. Hey, Tom Rabbit!
Carlos, what is it that is singularly and ontologically ultimate that is not God?
There is nothing that is ultimate with the definition that you described. There is
Okay,
nothing
then,
that's ultimate.
how did you, okay, so nothing is ultimate. Now, do you have any idea how catastrophic that is for you?
No, why? Why is it catastrophic?
Why? Why? Because therefore, if nothing is ultimate, then nothing is absolute. Then you lose your ability to predicate.
But there could be something fundamental still.
No,
which is logic.
you're not understanding, Carlos. Okay.
So you
The
say
word
truth,
Carlos, listen.
you
When
say
you talk
logic,
about
it's not.
Carlos,
It's
hey Carlos, this isn't your room. Okay.
well, are you asking me questions or not?
Carlos, when you say you can't have anything that's fundamental, because what is fundamental is a synonym for what is ultimate. What is
No.
ultimate? Yes,
How is
Carlos.
it synonym?
Okay, Carlos. When I say ultimate, I'm talking about what it is that is foundational, ontologically, metaphysically, from which everything that is real derives and depends. That's how we're using the word fundamental. Okay, it's a synonym for ultimate. Is it your position that there is nothing that is ultimate, that is the source and basis as why anything at all exists?
Yes, I agree. There is nothing ultimate. Says my
Good.
position.
Therefore, you need to keep quiet from now on, because now there is no identifiable rhyme or reason why anything is.
But I can still say there is something logical and
No, you
truthful.
cannot, because there's nothing that ultimately that dictates that.
But why does it have to be
Carlos,
ultimate?
you
Why does truth needs to be ultimate to be objective?
okay.
That's
Listen.
it
You're
could be
not
objective.
focusing, Carlos. You need to put on your thinking cap, because I know you're a smart guy, right? And I'm not being condescending. I know you're a smart guy because you know mathematics, right? You're a much smarter person than I am, okay, at math. Now, if nothing is ultimate, then there is no final reason why anything is, can be, or cannot be. If there is no rhyme or reason why anything is, you lose your ability to predicate and to speak intelligibly. Okay? Do you understand?
I disagree because I follow
Okay.
logic.
You're
I
not
mean
understanding.
logic. You want it to be fundamental,
Logic.
ultimate.
Listen to me.
And you don't give a logical argument of
Carlos,
why it
wow,
is
you're
that.
not getting this. This is going right over your head. You're truly not getting this. Okay? Is logic something that persists the same throughout time?
Yeah, I will say it's independent of time.
What imposes and secures that logic remains the same from time index to time index?
I'm not sure I understand that question.
Okay, what is it that imposes and secures that logic will remain the same from time index to time index?
Because it's independent of time.
So then is logic ultimate?
Well, according to your definition, no, because
No,
logic would not explain.
I'm asking you. Does logic exist for no fundamental, foundational, ultimate reason? Or is there an ultimate, singular, ontological basis as to why there's logic?
Fundamental, ultimate within your definition? No, there is not.
Okay, then you're wasting your time invoking logic, because when you talk about logic, you're invoking something that's global or universal, but there's nothing metaphysically that imposes and secures either its actuality or its continuance. What is it that imposes the continuity or the continuance of what you call logic?
Nothing.
Good. Then therefore you're not speaking of anything that's real.
But I disagree with your conclusion.
Carlos, you need to see, this is the problem I have with
Do
you atheists. Carlos, listen to me carefully. You are being utterly irrational at this point. You have just
no.
conceded. Listen carefully. This is the tactic that you atheists pull all the time. And given that you're really smart at mathematics, I know I'm not dealing with a stupid person. All right? So what you are now doing is you are completely ignoring the point that I'm making. So there is nothing that is imposing the actuality.
I'm not ignoring.
And
I said it's wrong.
Carlos, listen to me
It's
carefully.
just wrong.
Is logic real?
Logic is not real. No, it doesn't have
Okay,
material things.
okay, good. Thank you. Then we're done. Logic is not real. So therefore,
And
what
God
is
is
not
illogical
listen to me
too.
carefully. Listen carefully, Carlos. You can't use something that's not real as a defeater for another situation. You've just screwed yourself.
You're saying you cannot use something that is not real as a defeater from other situations?
Carlos, you keep on telling us, does logic govern everything?
No.
Okay, good. Then logic doesn't govern God, so you can't use it as a defeater for God.
No, but logic can tell you God is illogical.
Yeah, wow. Carlos,
And
do you have a
that's
degree
it.
Carlos, do you have a degree in mathematics?
Yeah, I have a PhD in mathematics.
Okay. Now, does everybody hear
What
this?
degree do
This
you
is,
have?
you know what? Listen,
Do
Carlos.
you have a degree?
Listen, Carlos. Do I have
Do
a
you have a
degree?
degree,
No,
Darth?
no, I don't. If you have a
Okay.
PhD in mathematics, I am absolutely dumbfounded at how incoherent your responses are to me. So how is it that somebody who has an earned PhD in mathematics, which is simply a major accomplishment of intellect, that you've done this, that you could be so obtuse in what I'm saying to you here right now? The point is this.
Could it be otherwise?
Okay, Carlos, listen carefully.
Darth,
Given that you have a PhD, you know what? I don't want to have to kick you out of the room. Okay? You're doing the shtick that you do in your rooms when you control it. Okay? It's called bait and switch, bait and switch, bait and switch. You rabbit trail, rabbit trail, rabbit tail. You need to stay focused on what I'm saying to you. Now, if nothing is ultimate, how did you determine that, Carlos?
Because if something ultimate existed, it would be illogical.
Why is it that something being ultimate would be illogical?
Because that thing ultimate would be the foundation for logic.
You're not understanding.
Well, I thought you were asking me a question.
Listen, I know that, but you answered it, and I'm trying to
No,
respond to you.
I was answering.
Carlos, if nothing is ultimate, then you can't talk about anything as a certainty or as an absolute, can you?
I disagree with that statement. Tell me why.
Okay,
Tell me
explain.
why.
Well, if you disagree, give me your rebuttal.
No, well, tell me your
Carlos,
proof.
listen to me. If you have a fucking PhD in mathematics, if you
Whoa,
truly
Christians are allowed
do,
to
and I
curse?
don't, listen to me. Are we allowed to curse? Yeah, we're allowed to curse.
Oh.
Okay, listen carefully. Carlos, if you have a fucking PhD, then start acting like it. You are reasoning with me right now the kind of reason I get from 15-year-olds on Discord. I am not trying to throw you under the bus, but I am going to be a straight shooter. I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking. You are not reasoning with me like you have a PhD. I don't mind you disagreeing with me, but what I do mind is you doing this bait and switch, and ignoring everything that I'm saying to you. Now, listen to me. If nothing is
I'm
ultimate,
not ignoring it, Darth.
listen to me carefully. Hey, Carlos,
explain
let me
why
Hey,
is your
Carlos, I don't want to
conclusion.
have to kick you out of the room.
Wait, you say non
If you
sequitur.
goodbye,
You use non
Carlos.
sequitur.
Carlos, last warning.
Okay.
If you have a PhD, then start conducting yourself like you have a PhD. Listen carefully. If nothing is ultimate, then nothing is instituting the actuality of anything, nor would the continuity of anything be secured. Now, you will either accept what I just said is true, or you will offer a rebuttal. Which is it?
I don't think I quite understood your last statement.
You have a PhD in mathematics, and you didn't understand what I just said. I said, either there is something ultimate that is instituting the actuality of something that is real and secures whatever continuity or continuance that it has, or you have a rebuttal to that. Which is it?
I will say that there is nothing fundamental.
So then there's no rhyme or reason why anything is in a given moment.
Rhyme or reason why?
Yeah. So you want to invoke that logic has continuity over time. Is that correct?
What do you mean with continuity, Dart? I mean,
okay,
you're
hey,
using
Carlos,
a word that
Carlos,
doesn't
Carlos,
make any
pull
sense.
another deceptive move like that, I'm going to kick you out of the room.
That
You don't. You have a
does
PhD in mathematics.
Yeah.
You have a PhD in mathematics.
I'm wearing
and
headphones.
You don't know what. Hey, okay, goodbye, Carlos. Okay, you want to be an argumentative little prick? See you later.
Fuck off.
Yeah. See, you just proved my point.
Yeah, you can swear. I can swear too. You son.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so here this guy claims he has a PhD in mathematics. Right? Now, we're not talking about a PhD, let's say, in women's studies, okay, which would be kind of a joke. He has a PhD. He claims he has a PhD in mathematics. Now, does anybody here up on the stage, or anybody who would like to raise their hand, who would like to defend that this guy was actually dialoguing like he actually had an earned PhD? Anyone like to defend that? Come on up, Fernando.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. So before you begin, I'll just make a last commentary.
Sure.
This is Carlos for you. This is how he plays the whole time. He doesn't know how to focus. He just spews out nonsense. He makes contradictory statements. When you ask clear, circumspect, truncated questions that don't allow him to bait and switch, what he does is he baits and switches and rabbit trails. Okay? Now, maybe he does have a PhD in mathematics. But I would like to know where he got his PhD. Maybe he got it from a mail order university, because that man, shockingly, had the reasoning capacity of a 14-year-old. That's how bad it was, right? Now, contrary to what some people believe or may believe, I bend over backwards trying to be patient. But once it becomes abundantly clear to me that somebody is being willfully obtuse, they're willfully trying to be deceptive and not to actually seriously engage the questions that I'm asking, there's no point in letting them continue to bullshit.
So right? Darth, like, who sets the rules that God has to exist? Like, on what basis do we figure that out?
How do we come to know that God exists? Is that the question?
Yeah. I suppose that's a way of saying it.
Well, we invoke the existence of God by the only means by which we could, and that God has taken the initiative to reveal his existence. And without appealing to God's revelatory actions that he exists, one could not invoke God. Okay? And so my position in terms of Christian theism, that God has taken the initiative, that every fact in existence, including your self-consciousness, is revelatory of and indicative of God. And the denial thereof will be for you to be invoking that there is no God to invoke, okay? But you see, then you're going to be in a position that you won't have any metaphysical grounds to assert anything. So is it your position that there's no God?
I mean, it's like authority, right? Like, I can have no authority to say there is no God.
What was the question that I just asked you, sir?
It's like authority. What?
It's either yes or no.
What was the question that I just asked you?
Well, I'm just responding, so I don't know.
What was the question that I just asked you?
Relax, man. Just ask it again.
I am relaxed. I'm being assertive. I asked you a question. You started talking, and what came out of your mouth bore no resemblance to what I was saying at all.
Right, because you live in logic. That's
okay. Yeah. Okay, Fernando. What was the question that I asked you?
Like, if we want to live in logic.
Goodbye,
just say the question again. It's okay. Like,
just,
I don't have.
It's logical to answer the question.
Yeah, we're not going to play this little game. You see, we have one infantile atheist after another coming up in here. They are not being ejected because they're disagreeing.
You know why? Because the truth is one, and everything besides it is a lie, and it always it can't coexist with the truth, and it always lives in hypocrisy. You see how it is from the very beginning. It doesn't stand in truth.
I didn't understand the foggiest thing you said through that mangled beard.
This is a roast him, or what?
Yeah, I didn't understand the foggiest thing that you said.
Okay, well, maybe it was too deep. Let me slow down and try again.
I spoke with this gentleman before, Darth, and he's always incoherent. I'm just warning you, right?
Oh, okay. Push away the bong, Yosef. Okay, push away the bong.
Wow. Okay, piggy face.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Goodbye. Call 911. Tell them that you had too much
piggy
of the bong.
face. Keep eating bacon.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. All right. You see, we can't get any adult-minded atheists out there. And then the atheists want to claim that I'm abusive to these people. No, I'm not abusive. I'm just not going to put up with these 12-year-olds trapped in adult bodies. These imbeciles. I mean, can you believe Carlos claims that he has a PhD in mathematics? Does he sound like a person who has the intellect of having an earned, legitimate PhD? Right?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, Yosef, the guy that was just that was kicked off, he's a Hebrew Israelite. He's not an atheist.
Oh, okay. Well, he's an idolater. Either way you cut it. But you see, this is why. Listen, contrary to what some people might react, I really did give Carlos the benefit of the.
By the way, did you get that, Tom Rabbit?